Yep, we're live. All right, hello everybody. What is happening? Welcome back to another video. All right, so we got a few topics. Yeah, obviously Neymar once again. I don't want to talk too much about Neymar. It's just going to go a little bit about an overview, and then James Rodriguez, obviously keen on Atletico Madrid move, and a couple of other topics that I want to cover. Hello, Manchester Madrid, right on time. Welcome. Thank you for being on. Glad to see you on. Yo, what's up, Premier Paper? What's happening? Let's see here. Okay. So yeah, of course, if you're new, as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give the video a like. Live streams take place at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Times on the weekends, on the weekdays, and then 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on the weekends. There you have it for that. Let's get into the first topic for today, which let's see if I can get this here. Let's go into Odegaard first. That's the first topic that I really want to cover. Whoops. Probably not that. Jeez, man, I'm always messing this stuff up, but let's see here. Okay, there you go. Martin Odegaard, yeah, so I did want to talk about Martin Odegaard a little bit. What's up, Jonas? Well, Jonas, I almost want to say Jonas 163. It's Jonas, but what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you on the stream. So yeah, Martin Odegaard. Anyways, I just wanted to ask. Hopefully, you guys have been doing well. I mean, hopefully, it's a Friday night. It's the weekend. Any plans for the weekend? Let me know, of course. So yeah, what I did want to say is that Martin Odegaard has been impressing as of lately. His preseason, obviously, in Real Sociedad. He's obviously on a loan move to Real Sociedad, and things have been going pretty well. And I've seen some of his stuff, and the guy he looks ready. To be honest, he looks like he's going to be ready very, very soon, and that's maybe good news. We're lacking players in the midfield, so maybe Odegaard could be a good, I would say, a good player to have in the midfield. The only thing with Odegaard is he's more of an attacking midfielder. He's not a very, I would say. The Premier Paper says watching EPL for the weekend. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's actually good. Which game are you going to watch, Premier Paper? It says James Scullion says I'm going to see the Newcastle versus Arsenal game on Sunday. Nice. That's a good one. Arsenal, they might just bottle it once again, despite all their signings. But no, they made some pretty good signings. Arsenal just got to give it to them. Especially Dani Ceballos. Could be very good. Magisterio Madrid says, Jackson Petrie says, enjoying your channel, keep it up. Thank you so much, Jackson. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Means the world to me, It's hard for me to express it sometimes, but every time I see these comments, I'm just so enthused to see them. So thank you so much for that comment. And then Premier Paper says, I'm watching Chelsea United. That's a good one. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I don't know who's going to win that one, but Chelsea transfer ban, not looking too good for them. They sold David Luiz. Obviously David Luiz is 32 now, but yeah, it's looking a bit precarious for Chelsea, and United have made some pretty good signings. They're still lacking in the midfield, but pretty good signings nonetheless. I'm going to say United on that one. It sounds weird, but yeah. And let's see. Okay, so let's get into the Odegaard one, obviously. So yeah, Martin Odegaard, he's when he came in, everyone was like, what's this signing doing? What's this signing doing? And we loaned him out a few times, and the first loan, it was like, I don't know about him. And then after that, a few times, and he seemed like a real promising young star. So now he's looking real. He's looking like the real deal, I would say. And then Magister Madrid said Odegaard is a future star. Definitely, 100%. He is so good. It's a bit like Kubo. Kubo has got that maturity where he looks so composed on the ball. It's so, I would say, it's so nice to see him. And Odegaard is kind of similar to that. Odegaard is, you watch him play, and it's just a joy to watch. I mean, he's not the same as Kubo, obviously, but his through balls are just mesmerizing. I mean, the way he does that is just simply amazing. And then Magister Madrid says, I hope he's going to be a future first-team player with us. I hope so, too, actually. We do have a few players that can play that position. Obviously, you have Brahim Diaz, Isco, maybe Asensio. You have also, who else did I want to say? Yeah, Brahim Diaz. Kubo, obviously, could be, in the future. So there's going to be a lot of players in that center attacking midfielder position. Magisterial Madrid says the Norwegian Messi. Not quite, but he's good, though. I can tell you that. He's very good. I would say he's almost underrated. A lot of people do like him, but there's not a lot of talks surrounding him. It's a little bit low key, and it's a little bit under the radar still. But he will pop up as the next big thing. I can tell you that. Jonas says, I wonder how Madrid will make Vinicius Odegaard. I couldn't I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know. It's gonna be weird. I wonder how we'll make Vinicius, Odegaard, Brahim, Kubo, Rodrigo, Jovic play together, play similar position. Exactly. There's just so many players at Madrid, and that's the thing with Madrid. They've just been buying and buying and buying, but I don't know if they really have a plan in place. We'll just have to see. James Scullion says Kubo is like Messi, but better. He is. Kubo is really good, but better? No, 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 not yet, not yet, not yet. Messi is. You got to give it to him. He is the best. I would say. I have to say it. Magistero Madrid says it's a good problem to have, Jonas. Yeah. I guess it's a good problem. That's the kind of problem that Madrid would have. We've seen this time and time again at Madrid. So, we make space for some and we sell some, and that's just how it is, I guess. So we might have to sell some at the end of the day, but look, we'll keep the best. That's what it comes down to. So yeah, if you didn't watch that Watford game with Odegaard playing in Real Sociedad, do give it a watch. Do give it a watch. Some of his highlights I thought were really good. He made about 4 to 5 key passes in that game versus Watford, where he pretty much just gave it to one of the Real Sociedad players. Had the Real Sociedad players just a one-on-one, and they just obviously couldn't finish because it's Real Sociedad. But even the Watford fans, they had very, very good things to say about Odegaard. So he's looking like like the polished gem that maybe people were not expecting him to be. People were expecting him to flop at Madrid and things like that, but he's looking to be the real deal. So what I noticed from Odegaard is, he likes to be more of an Ozil than a Modric. He's more of a Cam. Some people do want to say that he could be the next Modric, but from what I'm seeing, it looks more like the next Ozil. Whether he could kind of take on a more kind of Modric kind of persona, but have the same characteristics as Luka Modric remains to be seen. He's still young, but it would be fantastic to see that because, in the midfield positions, obviously we need help in that. But, he could play as a cam, and he likes to operate on the right-hand flank and cut in. So is he a right winger? Is he cam? I mean, I guess he can play both at the end. Let's see here. James Scullion says, did you see that Hazard got that number 7? Yeah, I'm going to talk about that right now, actually. Thank you for letting me know. So we're going to go straight to that one, actually, the Eden Hazard number 7. I'm going to check. Whoops. Sorry, that green screen, man. It's just going crazy right now. Let's see if I can pull that up here. So, yeah, Hazard obviously has been handed the number 7 jersey. Mariano, unfortunately, he's going to have to make it somehow happen with the number 24 shirt, Magistero Madrid says, I hope Mariano stays as a backup. He brings a fire some don't have. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Magistero Madrid. I really do appreciate that because I feel like Mariano gets a lot of, because he's not the kind of glamorous signing that people see or that people want at Madrid. It's just kind of like, oh, we should sell him. Oh, he's not good enough for Real Madrid. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. But then when you see him play versus, was it Fenerbahce or what was that game? It was versus Fenerbahce, right? Where you could see he came on, he gave that team energy, and at the end we won because of him. He was the difference maker, and that's what I like about Mariano. He's just got that enthusiasm, he's got that energy. He plays for the badge essentially, and that's what I like about him so much. And I kind of don't like that he got usurped the number 7 shirt, but you know what? I guess it makes sense in some aspects because you look at Eden Hazard, he is a Galactico signing. You usually give the number 7 to a guy who, who's kind of Galactico, and maybe Mariano didn't take that. I would say maybe he's not that sort of Galactico signing, how people expected. I know last year there was a lot of, I would say, a lot of doubts, whether Mariano could live up to something like that. So, yeah. Let's see here. Magistero Madrid said he gets hazed just because he was number 7. Exactly. And especially after Cristiano Ronaldo, there's so much pressure, and really no one can match what Cristiano did at Real Madrid. He was an amazing goal scorer, and someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, to have the qualities that he has, it's just there's no one like him. The only person that comes close is Neymar, and even Neymar still hasn't, I would say, come close to Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's see. Jackson Petrie says, I feel as if he shows the most hunger in the squad and plays well. Thank you so much for that, Jackson. Really appreciate that. But Zidane will outcast him. Yeah, I know. It's weird because Zidane, at the beginning of the summer transfer window, he said that Mariano Diaz was in his plans. And now it seems like Mariano, as the preseason is going on, Mariano is being ostracized more and more from the team. And we're just seeing maybe, Benzema and Luka Jovic play a little bit more. And even after such a good performance from Mariano Diaz versus, I believe, Fenerbahce, we didn't see him feature much. I just hope we see him more and more. But we'll have to see in the upcoming game. I hope we see Mariano versus AS Roma because, I really like that energy from him. Jonas says, Fernabache. Yeah. Thank you for that, Jonas. Claps says, hey, what's up? Hey, brother, what's up? What's up? Back at you, Claps. Is it Claps? Yeah, Claps. James Scullion says, reading these Neymar rumors are hurting my brain. 1 minute he's agreed to deal with us. The next Zidane says no to him. The next he's joining Barca. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, the media is really dithering on this whole Neymar saga. It's just about, I don't even know who's going to come to I don't know if Neymar is going to go to Madrid or Barcelona. I'm going to be addressing that actually right after this subject here. But yeah, those Neymar rumors, they're just hurting my brain, man. They're making me so tired. Magister Madrid says there's always a fall guy. There were 3 number 7s before Raul got it, so Mariano's the fall guy in this situation. That's a very good point, Magister Madrid. That's right. There were 3 fall guys, before Raul got it. So that's usually what happens, It's like, people can't really match those expectations. There's usually, I would say, how can I put this? I don't even know how to put this, but there's always someone who kind of gets ostracized, and that doesn't always make it. And Mariano, like Magister Madrid said, is gonna be that guy, unfortunately, and it's kind of sad because he's got it in him. He's such a good player, and I really like Mariano, and he just gets so much stick because he's not a glamorous signing. It's kind of what I don't like, but I'm happy to see that people on here do recognize his talent and his hunger because. I really like that from Mariano. Let's see here. So Magister Madrid says even in management, Solari and Lopetegui were after Zidane left. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into the next subject, which is man, this green screen, man. Let's see here. Where is it? I'm going to talk about Neymar actually. Let me get to the Neymar one right now. So there's the Neymar one. We obviously got a poll from AS Diario, I believe, and they basically just asked, would you like to see Neymar at Real Madrid? And there was, oh my gosh, there was I would say, there's different coteries to this, You have people saying that, I wouldn't like to see Neymar at Madrid. You have people that say that he's a superstar. I would love to see him at Madrid. He would bring so much to the team and things along those lines. And Neymar would definitely bring so much to the team, as I said in previous videos. Magister Madrid says, isn't as Barca biased, though. I don't know. Let's see here. But let's see. So obviously 60% said they wouldn't sign Neymar. 60% of Real Madrid fans. Now, you could say, are these Real Madrid fans truly informed about all this situation? Are these real, there's a lot of factors to this. So I would take this with a grain of salt. Don't take it, maybe it's a little bit different. Let's see. Jonas says, what is wrong with these people? How can they refuse Neymar? Exactly. And I was a big antagonist of Neymar before, I would say. I was a very big opposer of Neymar. I didn't want him near the club. But you know what? As I was trying to, I would say, be adamant in my argument, I was realizing that you can't refuse a player like this. He's such a good player. Let's see here. James Scullion says, by the way, dude, do you know what's happening with the Bernabeu trophy? It's usually a week before La Liga starts, but honestly, I've heard nothing about it. Yeah, I know the one where they play like AC Milan or something like that. Yeah, that's true, actually. That is kind of weird, and maybe they just realized it's a glorified friendly or something like that, and they just omitted it all together. But no, I don't know what's going on with that. I do hear about it, and I watch that game from time to time. It's not my favorite game to watch, but the Bernabeu trophy it's a first trophy, I guess. I've heard nothing about it. Me neither. It is kind of weird, actually. Magister Madrid says, I believe it's in September. There you have it. Yeah, I believe maybe it's in a month from now. So there you go, James Scullion. Hopefully it's in a month from now. But yeah, the Neymar one just comes, it's a very factious, I would say, topic. But let's see. Let's get into some of the stuff that maybe I saw in the reports. Let's see. Obviously, with Pogba not being impossible, they're looking for Neymar. They're looking for an ex-Galactico. And one thing that favors Real Madrid that Neymar could potentially sign is that the Barcelona and Neymar is not very, very feasible for Barcelona, and he has to leave PSG, and Real Madrid are the only team interested. So that really works in our favor. That really, I would say, helps us, make it easier to sign Neymar. And as a result of that, I think there's a possibility. I'm still going to say 4 out of 10. I'm not too sure, but Let's see here. I know the vice president had a few things to say about that. I'm going to see if I can pull that up really quick. We'll see what happens. Is that what happened? There you go. Okay, so that's what the vice president had today. As of today, there's no Neymar case, as the president said, and it's complicated. We are passive actors. We know he's not happy in Paris, and it's a situation that needs to be resolved in Paris. We haven't spoken to them. There's a lot of respect between the clubs, and if there's a Neymar case one day, we'll talk. Today, at this time, it's ruled out. Well, that's what the Barcelona vice president had to say about it. He said, at this time today, it's ruled out. Obviously, things change very, very quickly in football, so just take that with a grain of salt. I think you had Valverde saying saying we'll see what happens. The classic response is that he plays for another team, and that's that. All I know is that I'm the manager, and I only think about the players I have. They're the ones I'll be using tomorrow. As it stands, I don't know what is going to happen. So yeah, obviously tried to deflect. He didn't want to give too much, substance to it. But there you go. Let's see here. Kwaku Akempong says, "Did you watch Kai Havertz?" I did watch Kai Havertz. The thing that I have to say about Kai Havertz, he looks okay. He looks promising. I would say, give it a little bit of time. But the thing with Kai Havertz, he's German. He plays in the Bundesliga. He's going to go to Bayern Munich. That's always what happens with these German players. They always end up going to the Bayern Munich. Sané's probably the exception to that, but I think Kai Havertz, that's what will happen. James Scullion says, the thing is right. I feel even Madrid fans who don't like Neymar must admit the Clásicos would be so intense and better with him. Oh my gosh, yeah. And I was talking to someone earlier, and this is the thing with Neymar. If Neymar goes to Real Madrid, Neymar comes to Real Madrid, I feel like it's a bit like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. It just feels so much like that. I would say allegory. It's kind of funny, but it reminds me so much of that. Let's see here. James Gullion says, Magister Madrid, thanks. Thank you. Jonas, I agree, James. Perfect. Cool. Magister Madrid says, if Figo did it, I think Neymar, Neymar would 100%. Neymar is after his own interests. I still think that the relationship he has with Messi, I think that does interfere to some extent. But, Neymar is just so cynical in nature, and I think he would do it. Also, Valverde said a no Neymar in the future. There you go. So, Neymar to Real Madrid, it could just happen. It's so weird. I can't believe I'm saying that. And Kwaku Kim Pong says, I still think we can sign Paul Pogba according to some reports. Pogba is difficult but still feasible, also according to OneFootball English YouTube transfer deadline video. Thank you for that. I would say it's still possible to some extent. I know people are ruling it out quite easily, including myself. Actually, I am ruling it out, quite quickly, to be honest. But it is still feasible to some extent, I'd say, because Manchester United, if they get a good offer, then it's very hard to say no. But the thing with Paul Pogba is he's a very marketable player. He brings in a lot of money to Manchester United, and therefore that's why I don't really think they want to sell. Obviously, the Glazer family are very money driven. They know Paul Pogba can potentially just brings a lot of money to the club, and that's why I think that Paul Pogba is not going to come to Real Madrid. It's just he's too much. There's too much at stake, I would say, with Paul Pogba, and the Glazers know that if they do sell Paul Pogba, then there's going to be an outrage, in the fan base, considering that there is already one at the moment. Jonas says, I believe Real signed Van de Beek to something. Yeah, me too. For me, Van de Beek, I think that one will happen. It's just a matter of time. And Eriksen too. Wow. Okay. I don't know about the Eriksen one. I'm still thinking that I'm not sure we'll sign him, but we'll see. There's going to be some surprises this transfer window. Magister Madrid says, also Neymar posted a picture of him and Zidane talking on his story yesterday. I know, I did see that, and he's been following Madrid players. Wow. Interesting information, Magister Madrid. Thank you for that. Probably means nothing but classic. That's true. Neymar, yeah, that's true, actually. You know what? Dybala, I believe, did the same thing to Manchester United. He liked a couple of Patrice Evra's pictures, and the Manchester United fans were, they were quick to see, the kind of underlying motives to that. Let's see here. Kwaku Akempong says, I still think we need two more midfielders. Yeah, I know. Me too. I think we need two more midfielders. We're lacking a lot of depth, especially that we sold already two midfielders, So, yeah, we do need a couple more midfielders. We sold two midfielders, and we haven't replaced them yet. So I agree with you on that. Also, did you hear about the rumors linking Fabinho to Real Madrid? I did hear about that a little, to be honest. There's not too much substance in it at the moment. I'm just waiting for it to develop a little bit more, but Fabinho did play for Real Madrid. If you guys didn't know, maybe some of you guys didn't know, but Fabinho did play one game for Real Madrid. Played as a right back, I believe, in 13-14 season. Was it 13-14? No, it was actually 12-13 season. Kwaku Akimpong says, I still think we need a defensive midfielder. Yeah, defensive, especially as a back to Casemiro, because Casemiro can't play all those games all by himself. It's going to be very, very difficult. And a box-to-box midfielder. Yep, I agree. We sold Kovacic. Kovacic was a box-to-box midfielder. I still think we need a little bit another one. Jonas says, yeah, versus Malaga. There you go. Kwaku Akimpong says, I still think Neymar can come to Real Madrid. What will happen to Hazard and Vinicius? Well, some people are saying that Neymar can play on the right. I don't really see him as a right winger, but the thing with that is that I'd say the players can interchange, and what I mean by that is Benzema can play on the right sometimes, Neymar can play as a striker. They can interchange positions, So obviously it's just professedly that you have Hazard, Benzema, and Neymar on the right, but obviously they're going to interchange a lot. So that's what people are saying, or you could play Neymar as a center attacking midfielder, and you have the three up front, Jovic and Hazard on the left and Vinicius on the right, or something along those lines. Manchester Madrid says Neymar played most of last season at camp. Yeah, exactly. Neymar played a lot at camp last season. We could see him, tracking back, getting the ball deep, pushing forward with the ball, running through the midfield pretty much. Kwaku Akimpong says, what happened to Dani Ceballos and what do you think of him? Dani Ceballos potentially is a very good player. In Spain, sure, he's done very good things. At Madrid, I haven't seen too much of him, It's just glimpses, and hopefully we do see that more, Hopefully we do see that at Arsenal. He needs to develop a little bit more, but when he was at Real Betis, I thought he was a fantastic player. And, maybe the jump to Real Madrid was too big, or maybe, he had the homework of I would say, competing with Modric, Casemiro, and Cruz for a spot. How do you compete with that? So could be that. What about the rumors about Bruno Fernandes? Bruno Fernandes, yeah, there's rumors surrounding him. Wasn't he supposed to go to Manchester United? Just kidding. Manchester United fans are just going to be outraged right now if I say that. But Bruno Fernandes could be a very good signing for us, definitely. I think there's a possibility. You never know what happens. Nice Day said, would you rather get Neymar or Pogba this summer? Wow, good question. You put me on the spot there. I think Bruno Fernandes would be perfect, says Nice Day. I think he would be good too. I think he would be good. He would bring some creativity, maybe a little bit of maybe we're missing a little bit of creativity at the moment. I think Bruno Fernandes can fill that void. Nice Day asks, would you rather get Neymar or Pogba this summer? Well, we're missing a midfielder, to be honest, and maybe essentially we do need a midfielder more. That's a difficult one, man. You put me on the spot here, Nice Day. Let me just think a little bit here. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with Pogba just because we're missing a midfielder. I hate to say that, but I think Pogba would be fantastic just because we're missing a midfielder. What I'm hoping is that Jovic would come good, Hazard will come good, Benzema will be Benzema, I guess, miss some and score some. Let's see here. So Kwake Akiampong says, I heard we are launching a plan to sign Mbappe in 2020 for a monumental fee. I also heard we are interested in signing Sancho, a quality right winger. Yeah, I heard Sancho is a really good right winger. I've seen some of his stuff. He looks decent, especially for an English player. I'm not trying to say English players are bad, but for an English player, he looks good. He looks like he's got a handful of tricks on him. So he could be a good signing for us. But Mbappe 2020, yeah, that's got to happen, right? Manchester Madrid says Neymar because of our attack lacks goals. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. I'm oscillating a lot because Neymar would just be so good because we are missing goals at the moment, and Neymar would bring that to the club, and maybe we could work with Modric, Cruz, and Casemiro and Valverde. So yeah, that's a hard one to say. Nice Day, you really put me on the spot there. Kwaka Kempong says I think we need a central defender. Yeah, I did talk about that actually a while ago, and I do think we do need a central defender, just because Ramos is getting old. Varane hasn't had a pretty good preseason so far. I think Varane will come good. Nacho, you just never know what's going to happen with him. So central defender, yeah, would be good. Let's see. Premier Paper says, Bruno, you know what I mean. Yeah. Well, Bruno Fernandes, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. Bruno, from all the Manchester United fans, I'm sorry to say. Manchester Madrid says, we love having possession, and Hazard and Neymar are amazing at holding the ball. Yeah, Neymar's okay at holding. He gets injured a lot at holding the ball, but yeah. And Hazard is really good at holding the ball, though, no doubt about that. I mean, we saw it In the last game where he held the ball up really, really well. I think it was a pass from Tony Cruz, or I forgot who it was, and Hazard was just, it didn't look like Hazard was going to get to it, and he held the ball really well. So, yeah, he's got that good hold-up play, Eden Hazard. Let's see. So, yeah, the Neymar obviously is a very contentious one. He's desperate to leave. Obviously the Madridistas, 60% of them said they don't want him. 40% said they do. And some of the comments that I do want to glean from the article is that one of the people said, I'm a Madridista, I have voted no. Apart from the stories off the pitch, I don't want Madrid to sign him because he's injury-prone player and his foot hasn't healed well. Why does Madrid want to spend a ton of money on a player who will be injured again in no time? So that's one premise that one person had. The other person said, I don't want Neymar because he has continuous source of problems. I don't like him. But today, he would be a necessary player at Real Madrid. So I think some people do realize that Neymar is kind of, although maybe he's not, not all the fans have an affinity for Neymar, they know that he's necessary and they know that he will bring success to Real Madrid inevitably, even though he's cynical. That person also said Mbappe would be better if there was a possibility, of course, but there's no possibility today. And we're talking about the present moment. At the present moment, Neymar would be fantastic for the club. He'd be an absolute, he'd fit into our club, perfectly. Kwaku Akiampong says, I also heard we're interested in buying João Felipe Jota, a young quality winger striker, and we made an $18 million bid for him. In January, he has had a $30 million release clause, and we still want him. Interesting, I didn't hear about that. Kwaku Akiampong. I'm gonna have to take a look at that, but yeah, that could be a good shout. Let's see. Premier Paper says just get Mbappe. Yeah, that's gonna happen eventually. Premier Paper. That's gonna happen eventually. We'll get Mbappe pretty soon. I have no doubts about that. Let's see here. So the other person, the last person that I wanted to get to is I think he wants to sign Neymar, and what he had to say is that Los Culés don't want him to sign for Madrid. There must be a reason. Well, I want Neymar. He seems like a star to me with Hazard and Benzema. Yeah, so obviously, yeah, you have a trident of Hazard, Benzema, Neymar. I believe Neymar said that he wanted to play with Hazard one day. I think Manchester Madrid told me that. So, it could happen. It could happen. We just have to see. I just cannot believe I just cannot believe it can happen because, all throughout the time of Neymar's career, especially him being at Barcelona, I never thought that this was feasible. And now I'm starting to think it's more and more feasible as the days go by, which is crazy. Let's see. I did want to go over his injury record, however, and that's the big I would say impediment to Neymar is that his injury record it does speak volumes, and I'm going to get to that pretty much right now. Dinesh Kumar says we need depth in the midfield. We should buy 2 midfielders or 1 mid or 1 right wing. I would say 2 midfielders and a right winger. Yeah, we need something along those lines. Player like Van de Beek, Eriksson, Bruno Fernandes, Dybala swap for James. Yep, that perfect. Good shouts, Dinesh Kumar. I like those. Dybala swap for James. Yeah, James is not going to play, for sure. Kwaku Akiampong says, is Mbappe in a center forward or right winger? According to Transfer Market, he's a center forward, especially for PSG. I think he's transitioning to center forward. I think he could play as a second striker. I think he could play as a striker, but he could play as a winger. He could play as a winger because he's got the speed, and he's got the trickery and stuff like that. Let's see here. And more of a winger for France. So what's his position? So I think he can play as a striker. I think that's the preferred position for him. But I think he can play as a right winger. I think that'll be no problem. Especially if he comes here to Real Madrid, he will get goals on the right wing. Let's see here. Kwaku Akimpong says, how long is Kubo's long going to be? It's going to be for a year. It's going to be for 1 season only. So Kubo's going to come back after that, hopefully ready for the first team. And is Van de Beek still coming, says Kwaku. We're going to have to wait for that. We're just going to have to be a little bit patient on that. It's going to take some time. But it could happen. It could happen. Let's see here. So, let me go over the injury record of Neymar really quick because I think that's it is concerning. It is concerning, especially after what I saw. So let me get to that really quick. And sorry for the green screen just being all over the place right now. It's quite erratic at the moment. I'm probably gonna have to take it off if anything. Let me check if it just goes crazy right now. It's gonna go crazy, guys. So I'm gonna take the green screen off. See if I can take it off right now. Bear with me, of course. So I'm going to put none. Wow. Isn't that crazy? I'm not at the Bernabeu anymore, guys. Okay, so James Scullion says, yeah, after Ajax, second leg in CL qualifier. There you go. There you go. All right, so we're going to go after the Neymar situation here. So, yeah, this is the, let's see here. This is the Neymar situation here. We got a few injuries from Neymar, right? Let's go over, let's see here. Let's see if I can pull this up really quick. Neymar, injury history. Okay. So this is the Neymar injury history. You have a total of 434 days that he's been out. Ever since the 13-14 season. He's been out for 434 days. He's missed 76 games during that time. Now, there are a couple things to note. He's got 3 injuries that I would say halves his the injury record, and let me just get to that really quickly. So if you can see right here, he's got, let's see here. So there's 55 and 85 right there, and then you got 90 days right here. So as you can see right there. So you got a big portion right there that, you know, it's just, you know, it takes up a lot, you know, and it's 230? Yeah, it's 230 days. He's missed 434 games in total. So there you have it for that. And then what I do want to, let's see if I can pull the other one up really quick. Yeah, and then this is his time at Barcelona. So some of his time at Barcelona at least. So you could see at the beginning he was getting injured a lot right here. You got about 100 days in there. So is it a concern? Definitely. Because I want to show Gareth Bale's injury record actually. Whoops. Let's see here. So let's look at Gareth Bale's injury record. Let's see here. And I'm just going to pull him up really quick. It's not very, you know, I don't want to go too much in depth into this. But Gareth Bale has a total of 375 days injured. Neymar has 434. So Neymar has more days injured than Gareth Bale. And I know you're thinking, what the heck, is that possible? And yeah, it's possible. I mean, well, that's crazy, but you know, he's been injured more than Gareth Bale, which is crazy. Let's see here. Kwaku says, do you think Mariano is good enough for Real Madrid? Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. He's just not a glamorous signing. He's not Galactico signing. Kwaku Akiampong says, and if we do not, we need backup for center forward. Yeah, we do. Neymar would be great for that, but yeah. Kwaku says, I think we should keep James, a quality attacking midfielder. Yeah, I know. Yeah, me too. Premier Paper says, all in PSG. Yeah. Dinesh Kumar says, I don't like to get Neymar to Madrid this summer because it will be difficult to get Mbappe next summer. Yeah, it will make it a little bit more difficult, I have to say. You know, Mbappe is pretty much the future at this club, and he is the future, and having Neymar could potentially hinder that transfer. Also, Neymar will earn 40 million if he comes to Madrid. A lot of money, it will be a problem. Like Bale, yeah, I know. He just might be injury prone, and like I'm saying, he's more injury prone than Gareth Bale. You know, with the 434 days injured, and then Gareth Bale has been 375 days injured. Are you talking about a difference of 70? Is it 75 days? Let me think. 25. You're talking about 50-something days, close to 60 days injured, more than Gareth Bale, so it's kind of weird. Kwaku says also, do you think we'll get Eriksen? He's more of an attacking midfielder. I don't think we'll get Eriksen, to be honest, than a center midfielder. He's more of an attacking mid, huh? Yeah, and he doesn't contribute much defensively. We already have a surplus of attacking midfielders. Yeah, exactly. We do have a surplus of that. And I just don't think he's that kind of center midfielder that we need. I think we need someone who's a little bit more defensively minded. We need someone who's a real center midfielder, I have to say. But what they don't want to say. So yeah, obviously the injury record speaks for itself. You have Neymar 434 days out. Gareth Bale has been out for 375 days. Gareth Bale has missed 75 games, and Neymar has missed 76 games. Now, Gareth Bale is a little bit older, keep that in mind, and he's been out for less days. So there is a case to be made about Neymar being injury prone. So you know, it just goes to show that, you know, sometimes we don't look at all the factors, and yeah, there you have it. Let's see here. Dinesh Kumar says, if we get Van de Beek and Eriksen instead of Neymar, I am happy. Yeah, but you know, at the current moment, it could be better than, you know, having just Neymar, because we do need a little bit of midfielders. We can't rely on Modric and Kroos, says Dinesh Kumar. Yeah, Modric and Kroos, they're oversatiated in trophies. Are they complacent as a result of that? Modric is getting older. Cruz, he's maybe a little bit complacent. So we do need some midfielders, I would say. We do have to stack up in midfield positions. So I'm going to end it pretty much pretty soon, guys. I mean, wow, 35 minutes. I just can't believe how quick it's gone by. But I'm going to end it pretty soon, you guys. I just want to say thank you guys so much, of course, for being on. What I do have to say about the Neymar deal, I'm just going to quickly recap right now. So what I do want to say is that obviously, the Neymar deal, is it good, is it not? Look, the injury situation with Neymar, we do have to take it into consideration. He's been out for more days than Gareth Bale. Think about that. Gareth Bale has been out for a long time at Madrid. He's worked sporadically here at Madrid. Can you imagine Neymar? He's been out more than Gareth Bale and he's younger. So it definitely is a concern. That's what I have to say about that. The injuries are definitely a concern. I wasn't able to dismantle that. However, his antics off the field, who cares what he does off the field, really? The publicity he gets off the field, who really cares? I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo had that same sort of publicity. Let's remember Cristiano Ronaldo when he wiped his Club World Cup badge. Let's remember his fights with Iturraspe, his fights with, a lot of players in La Liga. I mean, Ronaldo was not an angel at all. So Neymar, no problem for that. The only thing I couldn't dismantle, is his injury record. It is more than Gareth Bale's, and Gareth Bale has been injured for quite a while at Madrid. Let's see. All right, so James Skillian says, bye, dude. Great streams. We'll continue to watch for sure. Thank you so much, James. Really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm going to end it there, guys. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Dinesh Kumar says, we love your content. Thanks. Keep doing. Thank you so much, Dinesh. Really, really appreciate it. And really appreciate all the kind words, you guys. Like I said, if you have any criticisms, anything that you want me to improve, anything that you'd like to see on the channel, of course, let me know. Los Merengues TV says, Neymar, man, he's good, no doubt, but since PSG, I see him like Bale now. Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier, Los Merengues TV. Neymar has been injured for 434 days. Gareth Bale's been injured for 375 days ever since the 13-14 season. So Neymar injury prone, there is definitely an argument to be made there. It's more feasible to wait a few more years and try for Mbappe. He's going to stay there forever. Yeah, exactly. That might just be our best option. I'm a little bit apprehensive of the Neymar's injuries, but we'll have to see. But I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you guys, of course, so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And, thank you, Los Merengues TV, for coming on. And, thank you to everyone. And I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you for watching, of course, and have a good day. Thank you.